Welcome to the May 24th, 2021 Advance Report for McGowan Group clients and NetWorthRadio.com listeners. I'm Spencer McGowan, your financial weatherman, a fast-paced weekly tour of the global financial markets. Be sure to subscribe, the number of subscribers moving up, and for that trustee, that child, or that relative or friend that's been asking you, what do you do? Well, this is a great place to start with financial education that is also fast-paced, entertaining, and it gives you views that you're not going to get anywhere else. Look at this. Dow Jones Industrial Average. Look back here. January, February, we were kind of sidelined in a range-bound market. Similarly here. And what we saw this past 2 weeks, the Dow hit about 33,500, then recovers back above 34,000. The high was just above 35. Looks like that range will be extended for some period of time until we get some really positive or really negative news. This is the sector map of the S&P 500. So you take the U.S. biggest companies, and who's doing the best? Well, the blue line obviously wins, then the purple. The blue line is the energy sector. The energy sector with big dividends, very much in favor, and it held its own this week. What we're seeing in the energy sector is profits move up very rapidly. The other sector, this week, healthcare actually started an impressive rally with a few breakouts of medical dividend companies. That's another sector that we like quite a bit. Interest rates have been flatlined on the 10-year Treasury, so the rate spike that would correspond to 4% inflation has not occurred yet, and I'll show you one of the reasons why here in just a second. But first, I want to cover an update on the pandemic. This right here is good news. Just a few days ago, the number of new daily cases was only 17,000. Last time it was that low was March of 2020, and we didn't really have testing even rolled out at that time. The peak was here over 300,000 new daily cases. So Operation Warp Speed has worked. Nearly 300 million doses administered so far in the U.S. It looks like we pray that coronavirus will be something that we think of in the past or a very, very low risk going forward. Lumber. This is one of the reasons that inflation could be, as the Fed says, transitory. It's not going to go straight up or straight down. But look at this. Lumber prices on this chart, 1711, all the way down to as low as 1200. So the lumber expense crisis appears to be coming to an end. When you have high prices, those that can deliver will deliver and extinguish the unusually high prices, and that has implications for inflation going forward and fixed income strategy too. Bitcoin, big week for cryptocurrencies. Both Ethereum and Bitcoin fell more than 50% from their recent highs. You can see Bitcoin ticked almost to 65,000 per coin. The old peak had been 20,000. Then it went to 3,800 per coin. Don't forget, it went down over 80% there. But if you look at this, boom, all the way down to 30,000. So the crypto mania, when we reach 10,000 coins, that sounds like a lot. The leading two coins get chopped in half. So this is not straight up, and it is quite dangerous. There's no income, and you really don't have an underlying asset. So a very dangerous observation from what's just happened in a few weeks. This is a story that I wanted to cover about don't get enamored with a single blue chip that you'll never sell. We tend to take, for example, somebody has company stock, we'll sell into rallies to harvest, and if the company's still doing well, we'll wait for the next rally, harvest some more. If you have a lot of company stock, we have a great program for when to harvest and make sure we maximize the return, taking the fruit off the tree. But this is one that could become a GE, and that's a warning. AT&T, they have lost $70 billion with just 2 mergers in less than 10 years. DirecTV they bought for $50 billion. couldn't sell it for $18 billion. They bought CNN, Time Warner, threw in the towel this week by merging it with Discovery. And what that means, they went from $80 billion down to just $43 billion. $70 billion, the company's market cap is only $200 billion. This is a 25-year chart. You're looking at the price 25 years ago. Yes, they paid a dividend, but the warning sign is what happens to that balance sheet. And it could be that Verizon is a better choice. That'd be like AT&T without all the stupid merger and acquisition moves. Both of those failed, and AT&T likely to have some serious trouble going forward. If you want a specific recommendation for your portfolio with what to do with it, then you need to go to networthradio.com. Fill out the preliminary client questionnaire. Also this week, if you've been hearing about ESG, the new Green Deal, the green movement, and the global movement for what they call zero emissions, we've got a huge update on how that impacts the financial markets here in the United States over the next 10 years at networthradio.com. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in to our YouTube channel. I'm Spencer McGowan, President McGowan Group, your financial weatherman. We sponsor each week networthradio.com broadcast that has the charts and graphs, many of which you saw today. We also sponsor this YouTube channel. Be sure to subscribe for fast-breaking news, an alert when we post something in a market condition that may have changed. Our goal is to help you as an investor make the right decisions at the right time. And that's part of what this YouTube channel is about, as well as networthradio.com. I am well served with a team of 10 people, including myself. And that team that cares is actually made up of people who are devoted to your net profits and your success, as well as excellence in service. If you want an educational experience to follow this up, get to networthradio.com, themcgowangroup.com. Right here, we disclose our net client experience all the way back to 2001. What that includes, the bear market cycles of 02, 08, 2018, and the recoveries through the most recent quarter. That is true education of investors, and exactly how our clients have done, disclosed right here. Further disclosures, value at risk of loss. Yes, investments are going to fluctuate. That's part of the reason for this broadcast, and that can actually work to your advantage. We'll build that into your plan. So I urge you to go to networthradio.com, fill out the preliminary client questionnaire, a free 1-hour brainstorming session by phone or at the Crescent in Dallas, and we will map out a multi-year plan for you and your family that's appropriate. Just because we talk about a security on this broadcast or any securities doesn't make it a recommendation for your portfolio until you have that written plan. Thank you for tuning in today, and we'll be back next week as your financial weatherman.